Continuing with Mario 64 Randomizer, of course. Appropriate that we have 64 stars on this game that has the number 64 in it. Who knew? And, oh, there's an extra life right there. Convenient. Now, earlier, actually, I can't remember. I guess I didn't drain the water. I remember going over this last time, being surprised that the water had not been drained. Also, there's a wing cap right down there, conveniently located. Now, remember that I screwed up, because when we play this for the first time, I forgot to lock the seed down. So it gives us a random seed every time I restart the game, which is something I didn't realize. But by the time I realized it, it was too late, so we're just going to stick to it. But as a result, any knowledge we had of where the paintings led last time is all out the window, so we'll see. Also, Nitro, good to see you, friend. Crowd control with corruptions. That is a very, very interesting idea. I'm trying to think of a reason why that wouldn't work. Well, for one thing, I can think of one. Well, actually, wait a goddamn second, because it does use BizHawk. You know what? So here's the problem. It does. On one hand, the Corruptor does use BizHawk, and this is using BizHawk. So that is pretty cool. I think we might already have this star, but I can't remember. I think we already have it. Yeah, I'm gonna exit course. I wasn't really thinking. I'm fucking gaming. See where this goes. And the come out to play, sure. So it does use BizHawk, but it's a specific. The emulator uses a specific, what's the word? A fork of BizHawk that might not be compatible if we were to like hardwire it on. So we could potentially try it, but I don't think I'd want to putz with trying to get that all working live on stream. Like, that's one of those things where if I wanted to putz with it, I would putz with it off stream, so that way I'm not like trying to. That's why I like using the metal cap. Say that one more time. For this area in particular. Yeah, trying to like figure that kind of thing out and diagnose problems live on stream can be a little bit tricky. Yes, a lot of us who stream will recognize. But Nigel, that's a really good idea. I like where your head's at. I might poke around with that, because there might be a way to kind of hardwire things. And say, no, don't look at the standard emulator that you usually look at. Look at this one over here. And I might be able to like figure out a way to make it happen. But the other thing I'm not so sure about is how Crowd Control, the application, does its checksum procedures. I do know that if you give it some kind of modified ROM, it won't work. But the way corruptions work is that you load an unmodded ROM into it. It screws with stuff that's loaded into memory while the game is executing. So that's something that I think Crowd Control, the application, is less likely to care about. But yeah, another potential thing that would take some poking and some stroking, if you will. So yeah, we'll see. But Nitro, I really like that idea of finding a way to like combine the two. It could be extra weird, you know. There's no guarantee that it would go well, but it'd be something to try and see what happens. Ooh. Actually, kind of curious if there's any other loose stars out here. I know there's the Can the Eel come out to play. Yeah, nothing out there. Actually, I'm gonna see if I don't know if if I already have that one. Whoops. Oop, back. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we already have all the loose stars and all the box stars in this area. I think we might. I think I already have this star that I'm looking at right now. Oh well, actually, I don't know if there's a star in that box, but I suspect there is. I was correct, and we already had that one, yeah. I had a feeling that was probably the case. So in that case, I think to get the eel to come out to play, unless he's already out, but I don't think that he is. Oh, no, he is not. So I think the way it works is that you go to see him. You go like, hey, eel, how's it going, friend? What's up, bud? Ouch. Actually, I think he's probably gonna start schmoovin', but I need to be schmoovin' because I'm about to drown. So I think when I dip back down, he will be on the move. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, let's try that again. I always struggled with this star. Is he moving? Okay, now he's moving, yeah. I would sometimes struggle with this, with like knowing like what are the right moves you have to do. Sometimes you have to Come on. Can I get it? Yeah, there we go. Sometimes you have to, like... It seems like you have to get in front of him and then wait. Other times you have to get in front of him and leave and then come back. Also, there's that eel interaction, then there's the eel interaction when you first get here. And the ship is underwater. So I think I also get that part crossed around them in my brain sometimes a little bit. How high it is. We got it though. Star 65, baby. I'm thinking more about Nitro's idea. Yeah, I need to. I'll spend some time labbing it. I'm gonna spend some time in the lab. Send it to the boys in the lab, see what they come up with. Oh, look at Toad. Toad's trapped in the aquarium. Someone help him, he can't swim. There's no sharks in here, right? Actually, I think the explanation, the technical explanation, is that there's no water in there. Because it's all see-through, obviously, we really can't tell. But I think if you were to get through the wall there, like if you were to, you know, game shark it and get through the wall, I think you would find there's no water there. It's floating fishies and a maybe suffocating / drowning Toad. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, come on. Just double jump? Okay, just double jump. Literally all the stars in this area, except for the 100 coin star, but literally all the stars in Ghost Hunt. Oh, I've never opened this one? That's wild. I have never actually opened the door to the fortress. Oh, this is not the fortress, it's the snow people. Still. The point still stands, that's silly. Amassed in a maze. Oh, right, it's not the snow area, this is something else entirely. So it's red coins. Red coins are not convenient in a level like this where there's a bajillion... Whoop. There's like a bajillion floating platforms and crap. Like, just a lot of places where red coins can spawn. I'll try it, but I might die horribly in the process. And I'm not afraid. Many red coins on screen. There's 2 gray stars to the left. Guess I'll check there first for more red coins. Zoom out. Yep. Heck. Can I zoom out more? I cannot. Yeah, I'm just gonna look around for red coins. Because as always, red coins... Whoa, shit! That's not what I meant to do. If a red coin is available, it'll always be rendered. So it's not like a distance thing. It's good. I'm opening this, it doesn't matter. Extra life? Oh, okay, maybe not. Because yeah, we have all the loose stars and box stars in this particular level. Get out of here, fake Lakitu. The nice Lakitu is our camera person. Get out of here. Oh, backflip aggressively at you, then you'll be sorry. Oh, what if in Mario 64, when you got the evil Lakitus, they dropped the cloud, and you could ride it around like in Mario 3. Or is it Mario 3? I think it's Mario 3. There we go. Maybe it's Mario World. Or maybe both. Anyway, we have 3 red coins. Probably could have used the camera to snoop a little sooner. Oh, but there's the other lever, the other layer as well. Yeah. I can tell after like, you know, years of not playing this game, well, Mario 64 skills are not what they used to be. Not that I was ever amazing at this game, I was never a speedrun or anything, but still. It used to be a lot more smooth. Okay, so that's all good. Let's go up this way then. This is a tough level. I think most Mario 64 devotees would heck you, would agree. It's a tough level. Arguably the hardest, although, I don't know, I feel like this level is hard because of all the ways you can fall to your doom, but I don't know, I feel like other levels are challenging in other ways, are more challenging in other ways. For some reason, the camera movements are not always reacting the way I want them to. I will check the maze, by the way. I mean, it is in the name. Red coins in the maze. Or coins amassed in a maze. Amassed. Amassed, ye mateys. That's not the right word. Yeah, why am I even trying to jump up that? I know it's not possible. Whenever, oh heck. Whenever I watch speedrunners do this particular sequence, I'm always impressed by, like, how quickly they do it. They go, like, pop, 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 pop. They, like, go so fast. I gotta take it slow, because I'm a slow fella. I'm a slow boy. I mean, it's possible that there's no red coins in the maze at all, although I find that unlikely. I feel like there's usually something that's up here. When it's randomized, that is. But you know what? This might be a rare occasion when Alex is wrong about something. I know, crazy, right? Crazy that something like that could happen, but I think I'm willing to take that as a possibility. So instead, that means we need to take some rainbow rides. Extra life, please. Let's check the house. Let's check the ship. Got some places to check. Also, take a sip of my bevy, but I will do so not while I'm actively writing things. I can't remember what year it is. Also, this gives us a good view from a distance of... Oh, I missed a red coin back there. Look at that. So there's one by the triangles. Yeah, this is useful. You get like a good opportunity to view things from afar. One red coin by the triangles. Good to know. Always rendered. But yeah, there's a... I don't remember what year it was. But there's a... there was a Games Done Quick marathon, a GDQ marathon one year. It might have even been Sublimic. I can't remember who it was, but I think it was Sublimic, and he was doing a Mario 60. It was not randomized. It was just Mario 64 speedrun. I think it was 70 star, and he was doing Rainbow Ride. And there's a part in the Mario 64 randomizer, or speedrun rather, where everybody acknowledges, well, I guess it depends on the category, but generally speaking, if you have to do a star on Rainbow Ride and you have to take the carpets, at least for a while. Yeah, I guess maybe my intel is wrong or is out of date here, but at least for a while, there was the understanding where you couldn't like skip certain parts of the carpet ride. You just had to deal with it. You had to fucking just deal with the carpet ride. It's slow, but you have to wait. So there was a lot of just waiting around. Also, Sorless, what's up, bud? There was a lot of just waiting around, and it was boring. And like, if a speedrunner was like streaming or something like that, if there was a situation where, it wasn't just a casual speedrun, but you were able to, you had like an audience and you wanted to show off a little bit, you could like put the controller down and like, you know, go and use the restroom or go grab a snack, go grab like a sandwich or some shit like that. You could just like chill for a minute while the Rainbow Ride is happening and you're not gonna miss anything. Well, Sublimic took it a step further, and it was during a GDQ live in front of a studio audience marathon, and he like without like saying anything, he's like, he gets on the carpet and like sets the controller down and like gets him and walks away, and everybody else was shocked except he did it at the wrong moment. And he had placed Mario in such a position where he was about to fall off and die, and he was going to lose a bunch of progress. But he realized his goof and dashed back to his controller and caught it just in time before he fell to his death. So it was a near horrible, horrible gaffe, but it was instead very funny. So anyway, that was a lot of words to say. I have some funny associations from things I've seen in this game. From speedrunners, but again, I'm not a speedrunner. I'm just a casual. I'm just a filthy casual. And Swordless says it's time to surf. Hope you do well, Swordless, who begins... Oh, whoopsie daisy. That's okay. I kind of wanted to come down anyway. I want to go the other direction now. Go back to the house. Actually, hold on. What's on the other wall? Oh, let's go get that other red coin, actually. Let's go get that other red coin. So I saw it, but I saw it a little too late. Yes. Hope you're doing well, Swordless. Swordless, who asks... well, his first message is Kappa. Which is always, you know, faintly ominous. I want to go up. And then ask if there's any mods. Also faintly ominous. Am I American or British? I am absolutely American. If I was British, then you would probably be extremely disappointed in my lack of an accent. Ah, on fire. You know what? I don't like that level anyway. No, it's okay. That's I like Rainbow Ride a lot, actually, but that's all. That, like, red coins on Rainbow Ride is a pain in the ass on a good. So Meerkat was like, Alex, I got you. Oh, right, Nitro's here, right. How could I forget Nitro? I think what it is a lot of the times is like, Nitro, to me, you're not a mod, you're just a homie. You're a buddy who's like around a lot, but I forgot you do have a sword and you can decapitate people willingly and readily, and I encourage it. Nitro says, are you sure about no mods, Alex? Yes. More mods and VIPs. You know what? I do not have a lot of VIPs. That's correct. I'm kind of weird about VIPs. To me, VIPs, I set as family members or like developers for things that I use. So, well, like I was talking earlier about the randomizer tools. So when Urkluzar pops in, he's got the VIP badge. If I don't think if Neri's ever been here. If Neri were to pop in, he has a VIP badge as well, because he's a developer for a thing that I use on stream a lot. Which one is this? Oh, red coins, yeah. So I'll continue with red coins. If there are some developers for other mods that pop in, some game developers pop in sometimes. My mom, when she pops in, or my wife, she has one, obviously, so yeah, like, for VIPs, it's like, if it's like an extremely personal connection, like a spouse or a family member, or if it's, yeah, like somebody who has like an extremely technical level of knowledge on a thing I'm like streaming or playing with. Let's see if that box is something important that the camera does not want. Okay, maybe not. That's okay. I kind of wanted to come down here. Not just as usually I don't have to do too much. That's the thing. Yeah, if I do my job right as a streamer, I typically, oh, here's a star right here. Typically try to, attract the cool peeps and not the, the shit starters. Okay, let's get back to this. Good. 66. Oh man, 3 more stars until we beat the game. Because that's how it works. The kill player pool is at 51 coins. I embrace it. I embrace it. Honestly, I deserve it. For the sins of my past. I've had it coming for a while. An exit course, actually, because we already have all the stars there. They were gonna catch up to me eventually, honestly. I kinda had it coming. I'll have to answer for my sins and my discretions at the gates of oblivion, where I'll be judged for all the questionable amounts of porn that I've consumed over the years, and the places in which I've looked at it and consumed it. So, big penguin race! Oh hell yeah! Let's go back to the top. Let's go race some big pingies. 4 more stars, not 3. Well, see, you see, when you have 69 stars, you technically you haven't beaten the game, but you have defeated the game, because 69 is the funny number. There's a teleport somewhere. I think it's down here, actually. So you're correct in that only at 70 stars can you beat the game traditionally, but untraditionally, you can actually win at 69 stars, because that's the funny number. Because 69, yes, exactly. Meerkat is objectively and factually correct. Alright, big penguin. Gets at least 70 before you beat the game, yeah. No, that is correct, that is correct. but I will metaphysically win once I reach 69. So I mean, you know, we'll keep playing. We'll go to 70 stars and we'll beat Bowser. But really, we would have already won by that point. Beating Bowser is just a formality at that point. Actually, no. Here's what happens. You when you get 69 stars, you win the game. But then when you get 70 stars, you are no longer winning the game. You have to beat the game traditionally. So if I get 69 and stop, then I'm kind of golden, honestly. Those are very mature. Yes, because funny numbers. Swordless says, what about mod check? Oh, you're probably wanting to use the emote. That's probably what it... I forgot there's an emote called mod check. Parametaphysical. Thank you, Meerkat. Parametaphysical. What's up, Koala? Koala says, ah, fuck, I just lost the game. Well, the good news is, by invoking the game, we've lost it as well. So, I kind of embrace it. Why do I not have it? I don't know. I don't dislike the emote. It's just not one I've felt implored to add myself. It's not an emote that I love, but it's not one that I dislike either. What's up, Farvanugan? Good to see you, bud. Farvanugan, I was impressed earlier. You said you're visiting STL. In my extremely biased opinion, it's an alright place. But don't let my opinions color your perceptions. What's up, Lollipop? Somebody streaming Hitman? Really? What kind of, like, weird stuff are they doing? Weird and or creative stuff. Oh, and do you think their reaction, Meerkat, is going to be visceral rage when they realize they too have lost the game? You double win? Oh my god, you're absolutely correct, Koala. Also, are there any red coins up there? There are. Alright, see you later. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Actually, you know what? Let me try one thing. I will try one thing before I abandon that star as being unwinnable. Because my dumbass cannot scale the mountain. Cannot scale the hilltop. Maybe there is a strat. There's a strat I used to know. I wonder if I can remember how to do it. I think it's like if you... Yeah, if you like... Let me try it up here. Can I just... kick up this, like, slope here? You hold A. Okay, maybe if it's too steep, it will work. I'm gonna try the kick jump, the kick climb strat. Whoops. It's good to see you, Koala. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Reminds me of where you live. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no mountains. It's very flat. Yeah, fairly green. The weather's been kind of fucky lately. Yeah, the weather's been a little shitty. Doing some Hitman, wasn't too weird. That's good. Name is Klaus. Oh, cool. Yeah, as an elder gentleman. That sounds fun. That sounds fun, Lollipop. No, I like the Hitman series a lot. I haven't played the new one at all, but I love the older games back in the day. Played through 1 and 2, and they are very good games, but they're very hard games. But extremely well made and extremely good, and like very ahead of their times too. Back, come back. I want the coin. Give it to me. Up. Okay, so now, too much momentum. Come back. All right, so here comes the strat. Here's what I was thinking. So hold A. Oops, too much. Whoa, I'm on fire. Well, actually, that kind of works. So this was a strat I kind of forgot about, but it kind of works shockingly well. No, good series though, good series. I'm guessing he was probably playing the reboot series, right? Which is not a bad thing, obviously. But I know the reboot games have performed extremely well and are apparently quite good games. Isn't this stupid? I forgot all about this strat, but it actually works and it's kind of incredible. And it's also extremely realistic. This is how you climb slopes in real life. So if you ever find yourself trying to climb a slope that is too steep, bust out that strat. It will work 100% of the time. Ouch. God, that's a weirdly placed red coin, but we fucking got it because we're gamers. Look at that camera. Woo! Ouch. One more red coin, baby. I don't know where it is, but we're gonna find it soon. There we go. We got that shit. Let's go back and grab that star. Easy peasy. Finding old people on Twitch. Is that why you watch me, Lollipop? Wink. Winky face. I'm only 34, guys. I'm not that old, Alex says in a existential crisis e-voice. It was up here, right? No, I'm with you though, Lollipop. It is nice, like, because Twitch, of course, generally speaking, has a younger audience. So seeing people outside the more or less intended, like, standard demographic is nice. And the idea of live streaming as like an entertainment medium being not just viewed but used by people that are, yeah, maybe a little bit older. Old people are typically, you know, typecast as being less computer and technology illiterate. So the idea of older folks, you know, kind of bucking that trend is kind of a nice one, honestly, and I'm kind of here for it. Fuck is the star, man? I thought it was up here. Is it down below and I'm just a dumbass? I'm like afraid to look. Because that one fireboy could spank my little booty. My little hobbit booty. Yeah, it occurs to me I don't know where the star is. How hard could it be to find, right? How hard could it be to find this big floaty, rotaty boy? Zoom out, yeah. Let's grab a couple coins because my health is low. Oh, there it is, there it is. Yep. Oh. There we go, we got that shit. So no, I'm with you though, Lollipop. Also, yes, so this I'm gonna side with Nitro on this. Yeah, let's maybe cool it a little bit with the emotes. No, I hope when I'm in my 70s, I'm still playing games, and honestly, I would like to still be streaming. I think that'd be great, too. So, that's gonna be me in, like, 40 years, and by that, I mean 2 years. Because, as we all know, as you're aging, you go from 33 to 34 to 89. That's how it's gonna happen. So, yeah, I do like that idea of being old but being based and streaming and super cool. Yeah, 60 play. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Lollipop. Yeah. We're never too old to play video games. That's exactly it. Well, I mean, the general gist I think most of us can agree with, all memes aside, is that one of the nice things about being a grown-up and like being an adult is choosing whether or not to subscribe to conventional definitions of, like, you know, what are things I'm supposed to do or be into as an adult, like hobbies I'm supposed to have and interests I'm supposed to have versus reality. Because yeah, like I'm not really into like watching sports. I'm not really into cars. There's a lot of conventional things that are not really my thing. We already have this star, so let's go ahead and reset. But at the same time, yeah, like there's a bunch of nerdy shit I'm into, things that like are typically, like, when people think video games, a lot of times they think, hey, that's kiddie shit. And sure, that's fine, but like, I don't know, I think video games are awesome, and I think appreciating them as an art form and as a creative outlet and what have you, well into your adult years, I think that's awesome. I think it's fun and it's lighthearted, and it shows you're like willing to appreciate something that is you know, that some people kind of scoff at, obviously. So, like, you know, you're willing to try something out and see if it fits you. And for some people, it's great. Some people love gaming. Some people love streaming. So, it's like, it shows, like, a willingness to try new shit, right? I think it's nice. Games remind them of their youth. Yeah, I think it's cool. Alright, so nothing up here. Of course, in Vanilla Mario, there's something up. Whoop. Camera? In Vanilla Mario, there's a star right there, but no dice right her. Ghost of Tsushima, childhood. Oh wow, yeah. I'm sure that's like a whole lot of things to unpack there as far as like stories to tell and observations to share. Because yeah, you get someone's perspective that you wouldn't normally hear. You get someone in their 20s or 30s playing Ghost of Tsushima. They think, wow, this game's cool. But yeah, you get someone who was alive during World War II, and you hear like a whole new perspective on what life was like back in those days. Makes perfect sense, honestly. Some good shit, yeah, some interesting shit too. Having a TikTok account, yeah. I mean, I was talking not too long ago how I can appreciate TikTok for what it is. I just don't like using it because I don't like how the application functions. I think it's weird how, at least most of the time, I don't get a scroll, like a progress bar, and all the videos autoplay. I think that's weird. I like it. It autoplays without me telling it to. I just don't like using it, so I'm not a huge fan of the platform from a functionality perspective. But you know, I think it's neat that kids love it and that there's, that there's like a whole new generation of content creators who are finding ways to express themselves in cool and fun ways. Even if it's not my kind of thing, I think it's really cool. Kind of in a general sense. What am I doing here, by the way? More red coins. I guess I've kind of been ignoring red coins. I guess I'll try the red coins, but I've not been really paying attention. I think I probably missed something down below. Actually, yeah, let me jump back down for a second. I feel like there was one thing that caught my eye. Well, there's one here. I'll grab that real quick. Used to be a little bit anxious about aging. Yeah, no, that's understandable. I think a lot of people have, even if it's not an outright fear necessarily, I think a lot of people have some kind of, at least mild, small to medium at least, hang up, or maybe not even hang up, but just, yeah, just a small amount of anxiety about what it means to get older, what it means to not be young anymore, what it means to not be, you know, to not be like the new generation, but to have some young blood coming up too. You know, it's a weird sensation. I've talked earnestly about the fact that, yeah, you know, all jokes aside, of course, I'm approaching, or I'm in my mid 30s. It means I'm, by many definitions, I'm not young anymore. I'm not old. Like, again, all jokes aside, I don't think I'm old, but I don't think I'm young anymore. So I'm like more or less an adult in the strictest of definitions. And that's weird. Like, it's weird to think that. Whereas for a long time in my 20s, I always felt like I was a young adult. I felt like I was still coming up. You know, like I still had a long way to go. Now it's like I kind of feel like I'm there. Ouch. I just long jump. I just want to do a, whoa, not that. Okay. Well, worried about how I can get that without dying like a doofus. Is there a star? Oh, I thought I saw a star like in the part of my eye. And I'm having a hard time getting my camera controls to respond. Out there. Well, it's squirrely sometimes. Like I can get that from a long jump, right? Whoop, too much momentum. Whoa, I'm going down the slope. Am I dead? Yes, I'm dead. But your cool childhood, that's right. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've just based on the things you've shared with us, Lollipop, you have a number of things that are interesting and things that are worth sharing, absolutely. Let's go downstairs. My Chemical Romance. I actually got to see My Chemical Romance in concert one time when they were, I went with a bunch of friends to see Green Day back in 2005, I want to say. They were touring, My Chemical Romance was Green Day's opener. They were touring on the American Idiot album, which was very, very huge back then. Oh, I haven't gotten a single standard star in Tiny Huge Island. Touching real cameras, writing things themselves instead of using AI. Man, Koala, I cannot identify more with that statement, honestly. Yeah, Lollipop agrees, yeah. I could not identify more if I tried with that statement. Yeah, God, like, I wish I could, like, print out that comment and frame it as, oh, actually, there could be a star in there. Because it is so incredibly relatable. Because, yeah, dude, that's how it was, man. 20s just being a constant exercise in, you know, fearing that I wasn't good enough. And, like, you know, worried about my career, you know, my professional career as a software developer, about finding a romantic partner, about making it as, like, you know, being a proper grown-up. and doing things right and fitting in with my friend group and whatnot. I mean, just, yeah, comparing myself to others. It was something I never tried to do maliciously, but I definitely let get into my head. Like, I would let it get in my own head and make myself anxious about that shit, and it was so miserable. And yeah, it pretty much like around the time when I turned 30. It wasn't like on my 30th birthday I was like, hell yeah, but time to vibe. But around the time I reached my 30s, yeah, I just kind of reached the point where I was like, man, I just kind of don't give a fuck, and it's freeing. I kind of love it. So yeah, so much of my quote-unquote young years, I don't want to say were wasted, because they were not wasted, you know, valuable lessons were learned, but so much of those youthful years were spent very much suffocated by ouch, I'm dead, by being dead, by yeah, existential dread and just countless sources of anxiety. It's just what it is what happens at that age, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate young people feel that shitty, but it's a shitty feeling a lot of us unfortunately know all too well. Shit's awful, man. It's awful and controversial opinion, but it's also not fun. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you, even though the cannon is probably open. Let's, I'm gonna see if I can actually go there without the water, but I think I probably do need it in some way. Oh, can I just wall jump up there? No way. That'd be so cool. Oh, look at him go. Oh, yeah. He's not having a good time. Okay, well now he's having a good time. Wait, what if I leave? Is he just gonna go back? Or if I just watch him? Intimately. Also, I like how on the back he's got like a Bowser decal. You ever notice that? That little thing right there? It's kind of hard to get close to see, but he has like a Bowser decal. Which I think makes him go fast. Also, my phone just dinged. Basically, he's asking about the dishes. They are clean. Easy peasy. Set that right there. If I get close... I want to get real close. There we go. Yeah. You see that shit? It's like a little... Oh my god. I thought it said corn. It says Koopa. Oh my god, good timing. You saved me from fall damage. See if I can actually wall jump up there. I don't know if... I feel like it's too big of a gap. Maybe not, actually. Maybe I'm very smart. And also incredibly based. And Mario pilled. I don't know if this is what you're supposed to. I don't... Uh-oh. That's gonna be a problem. Yep, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, you can't actually wall... Turns out you cannot wall jump when there is no wall. Even if it's an invisible wall, it does not count. Am I dead? Oh, shockingly not. Man, I wish I was more gooder at that strat. Not what I quite wanted to do. There we go. So if I can get to the cannon without raising the water level, that'd be really cool. But that's just an idea in an ideal world. I think if I get up top, you know what? I think I can manage it. Let's go up one more level. Okay, I already have that star. Writing essays about oh, no, not about themselves, by themselves, yes, without AI assistance, right. When you get caught, hold on. You're using that to write essays. Oh, you are using ChatGPT sometimes? Oh, you're saying that, like, if you get caught using it, they're merciless. Okay, I think I see what you're saying. Ouch. Or present focused mindset. Yeah. It's something that I think for a lot of us back in those days, or currently experiencing those days, like, most young people are aware, like, yeah, this anxiety is like, you know, it serves no one, and it's frustrating and it makes people miserable. It's not like people willingly choose it, but yeah, it's hard. It's still like hard logically to get past, even though you know you're in the thick of it. It's something that, yeah, the only way to really defeat it is to kind of come out on the other side of it. At least that was my experience. It was something I never just, you know, I never like consciously and chose to indulge in, but it was also something that I was never like really equipped to know how to combat properly. Can I just long jump? Oh, that is that's a very poorly placed fellow. However, this actually could work for me quite well. I could have him flip me off. I need you to flip me up. Flip me off, Big Daddy. Whoa, not that way. He's gonna flip me too. Am I dead? Well, not dead, but I am hurting. All right, so that was not the best idea. I'm gonna try that one more time though, because I think it'd be really cool if I could get that. And I'd be so cool. People would think I'm so neat. I'm bad anxiety. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, but more like on the academic front. Yeah, did I cite my sources? Yeah. See, I almost got the cool guy thing. Oh, see, yeah, there's like a cool guy momentum thing that happens there. Oh, if you can just catch it. Yeah, man, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how speedrunners do it, but there's like a sweet spot. Yeah, I don't know how they fucking do it. Where you can like actually catch that jump, catch the ledge, right at the tippy top there. I mean, that works too, obviously, but you can be a real cool homie and do some cool guy shit. My lack of cool guy strats are showing, though. The reason I'm a little bit hesitant to raise the water level is because last time I did raise the water level, and when I lowered it back down, the game does this weird thing in this level where the water level actually can change above or below its locked-in levels, and it had somehow done that last time, and I'm worried that there's a setting with the randomizer that encourages that to happen on a more random basis, and it made that star that I'm trying to reach right now, it made it unreachable. Ouch. So I'm trying to get around that by just not fucking with the water level at all, but it is a tricky endeavor. Let's see if this guy can flip me up. Flip me up, Big Daddy. Oh, you flipped me past it! Shit. That's okay. Alright, so never mind. I guess I'm gonna raise the water level, because that was my best bet. Alright, raise it up, big man. See, look at that. It's normally, when you raise it by this amount, I mean, I think just the water levels themselves are random, because usually it's not, like, in this weird, like, in-betweeny weenie. Yeah, college was a big one, though. Yeah, just the academic anxieties about college are, yeah, that's definitely a big one. Yeah, it just didn't exist. So you're not in university right now, then, Lollipop. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I thought you meant that you were in it right now, and they were like, and they were really militant about that kind of shit. But yeah, glad those days are behind you. Yeah. Oh, look at this. He's in the wall. Oh, he still flips you up. Okay. He can still flip me off. Yeah, see, this water level is more the standard one. There's the Chuckya under the water, looking very sad. Looking very sad, as he should be. And I think this is the top level that I wanted. Yeah, but again, this water level... This is not where the water level should be. It shouldn't be up quite high enough to be like just above where those platforms are. So I'm worried that this star is going to be unreachable because the water levels have been randomized to a point that is categorically not good. But I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's by going up this way. Because yeah, last time I couldn't like, there wasn't enough there was enough like way for me to wall jump up the sides of the sides of like the whatever you would call this, like the fence, I guess, the fence that houses the star that we needed to get to. Because normally you have to wall jump up the edges, but since the water level was too high, I wasn't able to like run on the ground, so there was no opportunity to wall jump. But yeah, just thinking more about that subject, about like anxieties of being in your late teens, early 20s, or even just mid to late 20s even. It's kind of a bummer because there's a lot of negative associations, of course, with getting, turning 30 or, getting past your 20s, and how I think most people acknowledge it's a silly anxiety to have. It's not a rational anxiety to have, and it's mostly a joke. I think a lot of people... Oh, there's a star right here, look at that. I think a lot of people don't actually believe, like, oh, something bad happens, when you turn 30. I think it's most just people joking around, but those jokes do lead to honest-to-goodness anxieties for some when it comes to aging. Like, when I turned 30, it didn't bother me at all, and the idea of turning 40 also doesn't bother me. I think when I turn into my 40s, I think I will also be pretty nonplussed about the whole thing. Turning 50 might fuck me up a little bit, but that's a problem for future Alex to worry about. That's 16 years in the future, Alex, to anxiety over. Go downstairs. But yeah, I find it freeing. I find it freeing to like look at those conventions, look at things that I'm supposed to, look at like how like conventionally I'm supposed to feel about certain things and certain subjects and certain topics and hobbies and all that shit, and choosing whether or not to subscribe to them. About is it normal for someone to 35 to be 34 and still playing video games? To here's a big one: is it normal for a person to be 34 years old and choose to not want to have kids? That's or I mean, in some of my friends, I have friends whomst I love dearly that are in their 30s, they're married, or no, they're in their 30s and they're unmarried, and they said they don't want to become married. Like either they're with a partner and that's fine, and they don't want to, get married and get the contractual obligations therein, or they don't even want to have a partner. That's perfectly fine too, obviously. So that's like a big one. Those two right there, the kids one and the being, single and or unmarried one. That talk about fucking societal expectations that have a lot of expectations and are kind of just ingrained into our society that some people look at and go, you know what, I don't want to fuck with that shit. Like I want to wholesale ignore it. So like that's like, to me, that's like a big example of something where once you get to a certain age, you can just be like, man, I can just not give a fuck. And if people want to get butthurt about it, then let them. Like, I think my family has like, I think they've come around. I don't think there's like any legit sass or any legit like ball ache or butt hurt or any kind of body part discomfort that will be felt by family members when they inevitably ask. So like, Alex, when are you and Gracie gonna start popping out some grandkids for us, that kind of thing? Like, I've talked to my mom about it before, I've talked to my dad, like, and I think they get it. Like, I don't think they're gonna give me shit. And I don't think on Gracie's side they will either. So like, I think we're past that point of like worried about what will family members think, that kind of thing. But what if someone I haven't thought about? What if there's an aunt or a cousin or an uncle that hasn't asked, and when they ask, they're gonna be like upset, or they're gonna be sad, or they're gonna be offended by me choosing not to have kids? It's like, I don't care. You can be upset. I wish you wouldn't be, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over the fact that they're gonna be like disappointed, because it's my fucking life. Let them be upset. Who fucking cares, right? It's kind of a selfish outlook, but it is an outlook that I've embraced well into my 30s. Just that kind of fuck it point where you look at a situation like that, or you look at an expectation and you go like, man, why do I want to let this bum me out? I could just look after. I gotta look out for number one, or in this case, myself and my wife. What's right for us, and I get to just disregard something that is incongruent and not feel bad about it. You know, not feel bad about the anxieties that are built into it. So it's freeing. I love it, and it's something I wish I could have properly let myself subscribe to earlier in life. But again, I don't really know. Oh, I was trying to do a back jump there. I don't really know of a way to learn how to unshackle yourselves from those societal expectations without coming out the other side and kind of living through the anxieties, but realizing how to shuffle them off. So it's weird. It's complicated, and it's everyone's mileage may vary, obviously. But ooh, that was not a good jump to make, though. Homer friends. Oh, really? Hanging around Discord. Yeah, see, that's... And honestly, Lollipop, like, if someone's giving you shit like that, then they don't really well, I shouldn't say they don't deserve to be your friend, because, I mean, everyone's situation is different. I don't know the full story here. But, like, yeah, if people are being that judgmental, then you don't need them. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life, man. That's how I look at it. Like, if one of my friends was giving me shit like that, I would think to myself, man, do I want this person as a friend? Holy shit. 'Cause that's an extremely, like, mean-spirited and judgmental thing to say to somebody. People being pushy about, yeah, oh yeah. And of course, a lot of the times, it is not born from maliciousness. It's not born from anything mean-spirited. It's because having kids are important to them, and why wouldn't they be important to anyone else, right? Like, it's just an expectation thing that it's built in, and it's the idea of something else is weird to them. And I don't really fault the individual for that at all. I more fault it as a societal norm, but for plenty of people, having kids is like the best thing they've ever done, and like is extremely fulfilling. And more power to them, because Lord knows we need extremely willing and enthusiastic people to have kids and be parents, because, you know, raising the next generation is a pretty big thing to do. So thank goodness there are people that are super gung-ho to have a bunch of kids and, you know, raise them and all that jazz. If not for them, then yeah, I mean, society would kind of fucking crumble, and that's a thing that's important. Society not crumbling is something I'm kind of interested in. Oh, I didn't realize there was a star there. I was reading chat. I just re-got a star I didn't need. But yeah, married at 21, kids by 20. Yeah, I mean, I know people that got married when they were like 19 and started popping out babies when they were 20, and they're super happy. I know people that got married extremely early, started having kids extremely early, and at one point became very unhappy by that. You know, divorces happen, you know, blah, blah, blah. So in some situations it works out well, in some situations it doesn't. It all comes back to everyone's situation is different. There's no right or wrong way to do it. That's not true. There are wrong ways to do it. If you said, okay, I'm going to rob banks now. I'm 30 years old. Time to get into organized crime. Time to commit some insurance fraud. Okay, that's a wrong way to do it. So when people say there are no wrong ways to grow up. Actually, there are measurably incorrect ways to do it. You could say, man, I'm gonna join the internet. Am I gonna die? Yeah, I'm fucking dead. You know, if people say, "Wow, I'm gonna join a supremacist hate group," okay, that's a wrong way to do it. Don't do that. So there are absolutely not good things to do. I'm gonna get a few more stars. Why the fuck not right? I'm ranting. I'm in rant mode. You got ranting mode, Alex, unlocked. So now you must deal with him. You must deal with the aftermath. Let's actually check the other one. I don't know if this is a different one. But yeah, but it all comes down to everyone's situation is different. So yeah, people being judgy or pushy about it. Life's too short, man. Life's too short to get bogged down by that shit. Also, we have every star in that level. Three kids by the time, and she was very much happy. Yeah, it's like, yep, I'm glad she was, but I'm not her. I'm not your mom. That's what you can tell her. You can tell him, be like, dude, you'd be like, bro, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm actually not your mom. I don't know if you didn't get the memo. And then you could be like, but if I was your mom, I'd be very disappointed in you. Now eat your vegetables and wash behind your ears. And if you don't do the dishes before your father comes home, then so help me God, I will slap you with my ring head. You could say all that. and it'll either make him laugh or it'll make him uncomfortable. Either way, situation has been diffused. But still consider having that person as a friend because they sound honestly very shitty. So maybe they don't deserve to laugh. Maybe don't even say any of the words I just said. They don't deserve my humor. Or yours for that matter. Did I never do the foot race? I never did the foot race. I think I got distracted, knowing me. But was she even happy? Yeah, for plenty of people they are. Like, yeah, I mean, I have friends that became parents either recently or have been parents for a while, and they're like, I mean, I guess I don't truly know for sure, but they seem pretty damn happy, and they're very good at it, and like it's been from all accounts like very much a good thing. Others not so much. Others not so much, where I can tell it's a struggle. And there are times where it's good and times where it's not so good. So, and yeah, it's like, I almost don't want to say too much there, because like, I don't want to like get into revealing things about friends or family members that are not my business to share, that kind of thing, but yeah, the basic premise is still very much a thing. Also, Blackbird, good to see you, friend. I don't want to fight you, I'm on the clock. Literally, it's still counting down. It's weird that... Oh, look at him. Oh, okay, it means we're winning. Yeah, it's still weird that King Bob-omb is even there when we're doing the foot race instead. A win. Less than 1 minute. Hey, what's up, Dave? Weekly soda being a treat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, the times have changed. Expectations have changed, and societal norms. Also, there's, you know, fucking global warming now. There's dread of geopolitical conflicts and shit like that. There's all these things to feel not good about. There's like also measurable things that disincentivize people having kids just because there's all this uncertainty about the future. So, you know, my own, you know, personal reasons to choose to or to choose not to have kids aside, there's also like all these very anxiety-riddled reasons that are causing other people to choose not to, and who can blame them, because shit's kind of scary and fucky right now. Granted, things were scary and fucky back in the day. There was, I mean, multiple world wars, Vietnam War, that was a scary time. Like, there's been other historical moments where things have been fucky, but those, it's, I think the ways to negotiate those problems and those struggles is very much a personal choice. Also, in classic Alex form, I thought I saw where the stars spawned, but I think my dumbass brain... Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's like I knew it was somewhere over in this corner of the map, but I misread the moment. It's good to see you, Dave. What's up, Blackbird? Getting caught up on chat, obviously. People give you shit about aging. Yeah, that's a fair point too. As a dude, I don't really worry too much about it, but you're right. The unfortunate reality is that the expectations are different for women. You're right. They shouldn't be, but the unfortunate reality is that they are. Enjoy being young. That's good. That's good. That's how your parents look at it, Lollipop. Your parents are based and correct. High protein pancakes, Blackbird. Just don't shit yourself, okay? And if you are gonna shit yourself, make sure you do it aggressively so you're dominating the situation. Also, Dave says also money. Well, yes. Another fair aspect to all this. Free time playing video games, anime, Lion Girl, Nitro. To me, that is all part of like, kind of like, you know, the point that a lot of us were kind of getting at, where it's like that is your choice. Like that's part of being a grown-up is recognizing like, yeah, I can choose to spend my time doing this kind of thing, my free time or what have you. You know, whatever brings you joy. So I see it as, I think it's awesome. And of course I'm biased because, you know, I love streaming obviously, but I think it's great. And I think if it brings you joy and fulfillment, fucking hell yeah, love it. Unhinged Alex Hours. Yeah, I mean, I'm off the fucking chain, bros and brodettes. So I think this is either secrets or red coins. I suspect it's probably secrets. Ouch. Let's go for both. Check out that fucking water balloon fucking brained my ass in midair like that. Fuck. Thing fucking took a dump directly into my mouth. Figuratively, of course. I'll try both. We'll try secrets and red coinies. Red coiny woinies. Not quite ready for it till you feel more steady. Yeah, until you like you feel you've gotten to a point where it's where you're ready. Yeah, and for plenty of people, they're ready like from an extremely. Where's the? Oh, I see the shadow. There it is. They're like ready from like a shockingly early angle. It's like, wow, it's like 19 years old. You're papping kids out already. Hey, cool, good for you. Others, yeah, others it's much later. For some, it never happens. Get out of here. So. Yeah, it is. That's one of those things where it's totally up to you and the wifey to decide, and people that try to decide for you can get fucked, honestly. Actually, what happens? I've never seen what happens if I lure him off the edge. It's gonna watch. Also gives me a chance to get caught up on chat. We just fall. Oh, he gets stuck. What if I lead him onto this little plank? Walk the planky, mateys. To butthead. Oh, he might. Oops. I could try that again, but I was gonna see if I could lure him. An irresistible deal. But anyway, got some good coworkers. Got exploded. Hell yeah. Just got married. She's pregnante. She's the same age as me. That's a fair point too. Because if we're talking from like a biological perspective, I think lollipop. I think you're probably hitting on something that some people do use as a, as an excuse for, here's why I'm being pushy about having kids. About, there are biological limitations. Fair thing to, fair point to bring up. It's like somebody being like, oh, a woman's getting into her late 30s. If she wants kids, she better act fast because, they're biological things, blah, blah, blah. But to that, I say, like, if someone's in their mid 30s, there's still time. I know of people that had kids well into the 30s. I am a product of people that had kids well into the 30s. In fact, my parents, both of my parents, were precisely 40 years old when I was born. So, and I turned out fine, right? Please tell me, please give me validation. No, I'm kidding. But all jokes aside, I mean, it's a thing that, yes, okay, there is understandable anxiety, and in my parents' credit, they did make sure to do all the the what's the word I'm looking for? The recommended amounts of things to check and watch for to make sure there were no complications. Because but when you're 40, yeah, it is a little bit more risky than it would normally be. There are risk factors to consider, but it's not impossible. It's fine. Like, it can be perfectly fine. And medical shit is better than it has been. And than it was 34 years ago. So they had me at age 34, at age 40. Then a couple that is, approaching their 40, approaching turning 40 nowadays could probably still get by and have it not be horrible. Or if nothing else, bold freaking concept here, but there's such thing as adoption. So if biological stuff's out the door, there's still other like perfectly valuable and fulfilling ways to, enter into child rearing. Lord knows that adoption centers are always looking for new people, so new parents, that is. So there's always options. Like, the people that say like, oh, you're running out of time, you're running out of options, blah blah blah. They haven't considered all the angles that there are, and there are many. Oh, I missed the thing. Someone called her a lost guy. Yeah, exactly. Like, that person's clearly popping off, as they should be, and fucking kudos to them. Yeah, there we go. So I did not have that star. I knew it. Ripened to perfection. That's me. That's me. That's right. I am marinated in juices and sauces that were aged to perfection, Koala. That's how this happened, baby. That's how all of what you see before you was able to come to fruition. So with that genetic basis in mind, you too at age 40 could give birth to a extremely well-adjusted, towering 5'3" Adonis that you see before you. Hey, what's up, Rossi? Mario has no kids. There you go, baby. I mean, there's baby Mario, but that's just him time traveled. Baby Mario, baby Luigi. Oh, your dad was an orphan? That's a huge one, yeah. Yeah, man, your dad probably has seen it firsthand, too. That, yeah, orphanages can always use more folks, man. Always use more folks to try to adopt some of these kids, man. Being alone and unwanted sounds awful, man. Sounds fucking horrible. Mario had a successful career because we were plumbing. Hell yeah, he was a plumber. We've all seen that Mario movie trailer, at least, where they call the Mario Brothers. Let's go ahead and lock this this playthrough up, by the way. We got a couple extra stars for funsies. For extra credit. Let's take the fight to Bowser, give him a good old-fashioned spanking, and then decide what we want to do next. Oops. Now there's a streamer that I follow that I know he's a friend of GV's as well. His name is Kilgore. There's other parts of his name that escape me, but everyone calls him Kilgore. He is on the good old games, the GOG stream team, which is how I originally found him. But he also streams just on his own. Look at that spawn! Holy fuck! You know, I think we're gonna try to get the red coins while I'm here. But man, that is a very generous spawn. We can just shotgun to the end right there, man. Speedrunner's dream spawn right there. But anyway, yeah, Kilgore, he does, of course, a lot of retro PC games, as any GOG devotee would. But just does a lot of retro games in general, and he is I don't know how old he is, but he visibly has gray hair. Is bespeckled. He's an elder gentleman, but he plays old games. He's cool as fuck. He's like hella nerdy, and because he streams like old, somewhat obscure games, he has a very niche kind of pocket that he stays in, and he's really good at it. He's good at keeping up with chat. Like, he's a really good streamer. So, you know, I kind of see that as like this would be really cool if I ended up that way for, you know, when I'm his age. Like, if I'm, you know, I don't want to say like, oh, I want to be, you know, super successful or popular necessarily, but to have a niche, to like be very much into what I'm doing, to still be streaming, like I see that as a good example. Oh yeah, Kilgore is like a really cool example of that, of like somebody embracing the nerdy culture stuff well past the age which a lot of people would expect. And dude's just a really, really chill dude. Yoshi's Mario's adoptive son. Yeah, like with Yoshi, it's like, is it like, is he more or less a member of the family? Is he like the family pet? What's the dynamic there? Really, Blackbird, can I ask what the game is? I'm always down for suggestiones. Oh, by the way, Cursed Halo update looks incredible. I saw the video, and Arctic posted it to the Discord server. Look at that, actually made the gamer jump. I saw the video that ouch, that Arctic posted to the Discord server, and I watched it myself, and I showed it to Alias, and he agrees. He's like, dude, we gotta play that shit, and we're gonna try. We'll at some point we'll do a race, and then we'll also do a co-op run, which I think would be cool. Arctic also expressed interest in also doing a co-op run, so we might do a few of them actually. But yeah, I know Alias said he's super down for more of that shit, because that is gonna be a funsies time. A little bit nervous I missed another red coin somewhere, but let's keep looking around. Oh, there's one down there. I'm gonna jump down and nab it. How do you spell his name? So you got it, except it has one L. Actually, hold on. I wonder if I can just find him. Because his full screen name, let me see if I can get it real quick. It's one L. I bet if I just did GOG team. Kilgore Trout. That's his name. But with a zero. Yeah, it's kind of hard to spell. Hard to spell out. There you go. I got you. I got you, BB. So Kilgore Trout. Yeah, everyone just calls him Kilgore, but that's his full name. Although Kilgore with two L's would be more badass, because then it's like he kills and is gory while he kills. But he's a sweet guy. He's a cool dude. He would never harm a fly. Probably. Unless the fly deserved it. Darker Arthurian legends. It's called Tainted Grail. We'll do a quick Google search. Yeah, it's a straight up RPG. No, I appreciate you sharing, Blackbird. That does look really cool. Is that the final coin? Second to final. But yeah, no, there's lots of stuff I'm looking forward to and things that I want to check out. First Halo's gonna be cool. That's gonna be really fun. When of course I'm of course still geeked out for RimWorld and for other future games. But yeah, I'm always down for suggestions. I can't always promise, of course, that I'll deliver on any of them, but I'm always down for suggestions. You realize, oh, is it like really like fucked up in probably a fun way, right? Like just like in like the like a twisted kind of story. Whoops, actually didn't want to make that jump. What I wanted to do was this. Interesting, yeah. I mean, I do appreciate some clever storytelling. Whip. There we go. That means we're going right to the Bowser fight. Also, quick reminder, of course, this is with crowd control. There's a little summary if anybody is curious about what this all is. And of course, people are welcome, if they so choose, to redeem effects to fuck me up as we're playing the game. If you're ever thinking to yourself, man, I wish I could screw with Alex in weird and fucked up ways while he's playing this video game, crowd control is your opportunity to do just that, my friends. Actually, thinking more about Elder Scrolls, and to tie this in very well with the conversation earlier about like, you know, elder individuals and gamers and streamers playing video games and streaming and being on Twitch, despite how, like, you know, it's a younger platform, that kind of thing. Very good, Dave. Very good. I feel like I'm on a treadmill right now. There we go. Isn't there a lady on YouTube that everyone calls like the Skyrim grandma or the Elder Scrolls grandma? She's like a very like sweet old woman who's like in her 70s or in her 80s, and she either makes videos or streams herself playing Skyrim and other Elder Scrolls games and other fantasy games, and it's not like a meme. She legit enjoys playing the games, and her audience fucking adores her. Like, what a great and wholesome and delightful example of like a person, you know, a non-standard enjoyer of a medium, of a hobby, and being wholesale embraced as a result of it. You know, like the fact that she is like kind of a weird but in a good way enjoyer of this kind of hobby is wholesale being embraced by the audience, and it's kind of great. Some life back, please. Shirley Curry is her name. Yeah, Lollipop knows exactly. Yeah, Blackbird knows what's up as well. I heard about that. She's gonna be an NPC. Fucking incredible. Yeah, Bethesda, yeah. Some good shit. Alright, here we go. Final boss battle with Bowser. Once this battle is done with Mario being the victor, then we'll do something else, but now is your last chance to fuck me over before this playthrough finishes, unless that is there are ways to fuck me over during the credit sequence and potentially crash the game, which actually would be hilarious. Hell yeah. Oh, ooh, that's a little scary. However, if I'm a real gamer, I'll be able to catch him each time and get a swift kill. Ooh, barely. Oops. Okay, I didn't catch that one. Poor guy, I'm not even giving him a chance, am I? Just juggling his ass. Is this it? Is this gonna be... Actually, maybe I should go for this one. That one's a little bit closer. There we go. Lining up the shot as best as I can. Looking good. Oh, I didn't miss a single one. Where Mario's winded. Too bad though, we fucking got that shit like real gamers. There it is, baby. I like how it shows the random seed as well, although it was a different seed each time we played this. Mines are traveling, yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, let's be honest too, people that are in their, you know, nowadays they're in their 60s or 70s, it means that maybe 30, maybe 40 years ago, they were young and they were maybe into, I don't know, let's think of things like that were kind of cool, say 30, 40 years ago. Star Wars, Star Trek, some old school like animated Disney movies, like those were all things that were cool and like nerdy. I mean, nerdy in the case of Star Wars and Star Trek, obviously, at least. So like, it's not that big of a stretch, the idea of somebody being in their 60s, being in their 70s and into nerdy shit. It's easier now, and I bet in 20, 30, 40 years, older people that are, you know, people my age now, when we are older, there will be more of us that are openly into nerdy things. Also, Goated, hey, what's up, buddy? Goated Quest, I was just thinking about you the other day. I was like, fuck, I need to go back and check out this guy's stream. Because we were doing some Armored Core, and Goated Quest is hanging out with us, and I think you had posted one of your emotes, and I was like, oh shit, Goated Quest, you stream too, what the hell, man? And then he hits us with a raid. Thank you, my man. That's very generous of you, my friend. Thank you. We're doing some Mario 64 randomizer with crowd control. So randomizer, of course, makes everything weird and changes locations of things. And then crowd control allows people to fuck with the game. However, we actually just beat the game. So no additional fuckingings can happen. In fact, we'll probably play something else here in a little bit. But thank you, my friends. We got lots of folks joining in. Yeah, thank you for joining in. Yeah, well, we got lurking, we got lurking. Oh, horror. Okay, I was like, what's that screen name? Yeah, horror. We got Behemoth. I was thinking Behemoth. We got Franco, we got Kynex, we got Suzy, we got Juno, we got Earth Nuggets. There's the man himself. How you doing, man? See you doing some Borderlands. We're talking the original Borderlands. That's cool. Do you have any clips from the stream you want to share? I try to always mention that whenever somebody raids, I always want to encourage self-promotion. Or just in general, I try to encourage self-promotion because for a lot of us, like we're all hobbyists, we're all small time, we're all trying to grow. So if you had any clips you wanted to share or any videos you're working on, like if you're on YouTube or anything you want to plug, you're welcome to do so because you did me a huge solid by rating and I appreciate that, my friend. Yes, Bohemian Rhapsody, there you go, one of my favorite Queen songs. Sorry to restart the level while in the boss fight. Yeah, I'm wondering, I see people redeeming things, but I don't see it popping up on screen right now, so I think it might not work on when we're in the credit sequence, unfortunately. But thank you, GoToQuest. Thank you for the kind words too, buddy. I appreciate you, homie. I gotta check out your stream, man. I'm glad you rated because I'm glad you rated because it's very generous of you. But also it was a reminder of like, right, I need to check out his stream because I wanted to see. Because you've been helping out with Armored Core. That's been a really fun playthrough, and I'm gonna continue that tomorrow evening, actually. But no, we were talking the other day how you've been very generous with popping in and give me very welcome advice, but not backseating, because you know how that goes, bud. You've played games for the first time. We've all had it where, for those of us that stream, we've played a game for the first time, and there are people that maybe push a little bit too much, or it's a little bit too much. It's just too pushy. It's like a little bit. They need to dial it back a bit. So I appreciate your consideration. You've been super helpful, but also very considerate, and you're a good buddy. You're good duders. Yeah. No, I got you, Earth Nuggets. I got you, homie. Thank you for being here, folks. I really appreciate you guys. Got a Chronicles of Riddick clip? Yeah, absolutely. If you want to post a link, you're welcome to do so. Armored Core is good. Yeah, it's my first ever playthrough. We started it. I think, was it on Monday? Did I start on Monday? Yeah, I started it on last Monday, and we're continuing it tomorrow. Obviously, I've done 3 streams worth of it so far, and it's very good. It's a tough game, but I'm enjoying it a lot, and it makes me excited to play other games in the series. like a lot of us, we saw the trailer first for Armored Core 6 and the Game Awards, and I was like, damn, that looks sick. And I remembered I never played a single game in the series, but I love MechWarrior. I loved Robotech Battlecry on the GameCube. Like, I like other mech things, so I was like, fuck, man, I gotta play that shit. So started with the first one, and I'll definitely be playing more in the future as well. Armored Core on the first time. Oh, just last month. Oh shit, so it's real fresh on your mind. So you were exactly, yeah, that was exactly it, yeah. Yeah, we were saying, like, with Armored Core, of course, there's like strats with learning the levels. There's like learning.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Didn't want to interrupt Mario there. There's like learning the different builds you want to make. There's a lot of things you just kind of learn as you play the game, and you don't want to have those things spoiled, obviously. But yeah, Goated, if you have a clip you'd like to share, either from tonight's stream or from a previous stream, yeah, the floor is yours if there's anything you wanted to share, especially because we got some time to kind of figure out what we want to play next. Because the Mario 64 randomizer playthrough is donezo for now, at least.